Hey, what's up? This is Ryan Gomez. It's an absolute honor and a privilege to be here speaking to you. Whether you're watching this on YouTube or on my website, it's great to have your company. And like I say, it's always a plum pleasing pleasure on my radio segment when I say that is every Saturday morning. I do my radio segment from 8 to 9 a.m. for an hour of power and leadership. So you got to tune in. And thank you to all our international and national listeners that have been tuning in week in, week out, and downloading my podcast. It's phenomenal the amount of responses I've been getting through my radio segment, and it's fantastic. Look, in saying that, that's my radio segment. But in saying I speak to a lot of individuals from time to time, and when I speak on the stages of the world, I speak to audiences and how to build their leadership skills, build their brand, build their audiences, and I talk about a lot of things on national TV and things like that. Look, there's a lot I do. But I asked this question many a times, and I said to individuals, I said, it's the one thing that you would like to change about you in your life, what would that be? And to be able to build your success, whether it be in your career, whether it be in your business, whether it be in your life, what was that one thing? And it's fascinating when people come up with these different theories and their own suggestions on what they need to do to be able to build that. And some say, well, I've got to be successful, I've got to have wealth, I've got to have great influence, I've got to have great skills, knowledge, and all this other stuff they were coming up with. It's just great, good stuff. You need all this stuff. You need this stuff. But I was doing some research on the internet some time ago, and I was to see what is it that organizations want. And this question was asked, if it's the one thing that you would like to change in an organization, what would that be? And this research was done in the US. And 95% organizations came back and said, if it's the one thing I'd like to change in my organization to be able to take my success or be able to take the organizational success to another level, is this one thing called attitude. Attitude. See, when the attitude is great, productivity in an organization goes up. When the attitude is rotten, guess what? Vice versa. Absolutely. And in order to build that, when you have a great attitude, your friendship around you have better friendship around you, better influence around you. For the better, I'm talking about, to be able to help you with your career, help you with your success, help you with your business. When you have a great attitude, everything else around you is a great change. It's change for the better. But when your attitude is rotten, guess what? You don't gain that friendship around you, the right friendship around you. Your business is, if you have a business, it's not you don't take the business to the next level. If you are looking at building on your career, if you have a rotten attitude, guess what? Your career is absolutely. You've guessed it. Now, what I speak here is not rocket science. I'm a simple person. I believe in doing the simple things in life, and that is the most powerful thing. Over the 8-9 years, I've built my business. I've built my client base. I speak on stages of the world. I speak to audiences all around the world. I travel. I have a great business. I've got a couple of businesses which I built. I'm a best-selling author. I do a segment on national TV. I've got my own award-winning radio segment. Things like, and the list goes on and on and on. And let me tell you this: I had to change my attitude. When I started to change my attitude, I started to find that influence around me to be able to build me up, the great friendship around me to be able to build me up. And then things started to click for me. People wanted to know who I was. I developed my confidence, my self-esteem, to take it to another level. So attitude, it is this one key, attitude. There's a story about a man that was selling balloons at a fair, and he sold balloons at a fair for his livelihood. And whenever his business would go down, he would release a couple of balloons into the air. And when he would do that, the kids would see that and they would worry their parents. They would say, hey, want some balloons? And they would come and they would buy some balloons. So whenever his business would go down, he'd release some balloons into the air, and that way he would get some business. Now, one day he was standing at the fair and he found a little boy tugging at his pant, and he looked down and he asked the little boy what was his concern. And the little boy said, "Sir, if you release a black balloon, would that go in the air too?" And the man was, taken back by the boy's concerns. He said, "Son, it's not the color of the balloon that makes it go up. It's what's inside that makes it go up." The attitude on the inside, it gets you to where you want in life. The attitude on the inside reflected on the outside is what you are. So look deep down inside and look at your attitude. Where are you in life today? You made some choices in life today, and you are where you are because of some choices you made in life today. 5 years will come and go no matter what. So I say to you, look deep within and look at your attitude. How great is your attitude towards life? How great is your attitude out there? What is your attitude on the inside? So the attitude on the inside is reflected on the outside. So look at some of this, look at this, and look at this very, very carefully, and think about what I just said. Absolute key, absolute key. People ask me, what's the secret to success? What is the secret to developing a great business? What is the secret to building a client base? I teach all this, I show people all this, but I say to you, the number one key before you can even start doing that is to build on your attitude. Have a great attitude about life. Have a great attitude. And when you have a great attitude, everything else falls in place. And that is the key. That is the absolute key. So I'll be taking through a whole series of videos in which I'll be talking about attitude and how you build your attitude, how you build a great attitude and take your business, take your career, take your brand, take your client base to another level. So I'm going to give you some whole heap of insight into how to build your attitude. And you've got to stay tuned to some of my videos that are coming out. I've also run some training sessions on this, so stay tuned on my website, which is www.ryan-gomez.com. Until next time, I'll see you right over the top, and have a great attitude about life. That's what is the winning edge. That's what gets you the winning edge. Bye for now.